so the final day of the group stage at the IBSA World Blind Football Championships 2010. And two places were still up for grabs in the semi-finals. The day started with a match between Japan and South Korea, who, after being knocked out of the competition, were now playing for Asian pride. The first half opened, and it seemed a very even game between the two sides. Japan had great support from their fans, but it wasn't quite enough to clinch a goal. In the second half, Japan dominated, but South Korea's Sang-won Kim managed to keep a clean sheet. This match finished Japan 0, South Korea 0, putting them in the 7th and 9th place playoff matches respectively. Second of the day saw China take on Greece. This was a big match for China, as their qualification in the semi-finals depended on it. They needed to win by 3 clear goals, otherwise France were through. China worked hard during the first half, but Greece were ready for them. And it was a shock Greek goal, their first of the tournament from Demos Sakharos, that put them ahead. But it was not for long as China kept attacking, and Wang Fai-zheng sunk one into the back of the net. So the tension was going to carry through to the second half, as China on the pitch and France on the sidelines waited to find out their fate. China came out after the break with all guns blazing, and to the disappointment of the French, scored 2 goals in quick succession. They just needed one more goal to qualify. Then with 10 minutes to go, Zhu Bin Wang gave them the 3-goal cushion, and they just had to hold on to go through. And China managed it. Final score, China 4, Greece 1. So China are through to the semi-finals, and France are out of the running.
After the 4th goal, we felt quite relaxed because we were confident we'd go through to the semi-finals.
The third match of the day was between arch-rivals Brazil and Argentina for South American bragging rights. The weather went from bad to worse, making conditions tricky for the players. But it was Brazil who looked stronger at the beginning and were only denied a goal by the quick thinking of Dario Lincina. The match was halfway through before Argentina started to look lively in attack, but Brazil's rapid response kept it level going into the break. The second half opened and both teams fought hard in the rain. But it was an evenly matched affair, with the final score coming in at Argentina 0, Brazil 0. So Brazil are through to the semis, topping Group B, and Argentina, although out, can be consoled by not losing to their arch-rivals. The final game in the group stage was what the crowd had been waiting for: England against Colombia. England only had to draw to get through, but Colombia had to win to guarantee a place in the semis. So it was high drama on the pitch. As the first half opened, the crowd looked on nervously as England headed towards the goal, but Miguel Munoz stopped the first attacks with finesse. Then it was a chance for Colombia's Juan Parra, who was on a high after his hat-trick yesterday, but Luis Skyers barred the way. With less than 2 minutes before the break, John Griffin went on one of his runs, but it was confusion in the goalmouth that resulted in the opening goal for England, to the relief of their fans. So into the second half, and England just had to hold on to their lead, but captain David Clarke was eager for more goals, and he just missed, hitting the woodwork. The England defence worked hard as they kept Colombia at bay, and they succeeded as the final score was England 1, Colombia 0.
can't describe it. It's so nerve-wracking actually playing up there, and knowing how much depended on us winning or drawing the game was just unbelievable. But we come through and we won the game, which is great. Got into the semi-finals, playing Brazil, which is great.
So Spain stormed ahead with 12 points in Group A, with England second. In Group B, Brazil topped the table with 10 points, and China have taken the second qualification place. So here's the lineup for the semi-finals: Spain versus China and Brazil versus England. So lots of quality football to come.